So Billy got his flying
Then he
lessons.
says, no, come
But
on,
now
I'll
it's
go
time to
teach
learn
you
how to
I'll go
fly.
teach you how to fly.
So what happened?
Oh, shit.
Did he scare you?
No. Oh, no. He never scared
But
me.
didn't he make you take it up to stall it
Oh, yeah. Well, you
and
learn
recover? Oh, you do learn that in
that.
flight
You learn
school.
that in flight school. You got to know that.
There's one little incident. I think you were there, Patty.
I threw up all the time.
No, this was an action of me in an airplane, and I rented Taylor's airplane.
Yeah.
And you guys
Cecil.
are having a party at camp,
Oh, yeah. Remember that?
Oh, do I remember that?
and every one of you left the raft and dove in because I
I
was
on
want
my
you-
boat.
Now,
I'm standing
Dad,
on top of my boat.
I want you, because I was pretty young then, I want you to tell me the story.
And,
Tony remembers that. Then.
well, he wanted me to go with him
Did you?
that morning. I said, I ain't going.
So the thing of it was, we were having the family reunion
Because I
at
knew
the
what he was
cabin.
going to do.
We were having the family reunion at the cabin, and we wanted you to kind of fly over the
Well, this
cabin,
is just buzz us a
dip,
little.
buzz us,
take pictures.
take pictures, dip your wing a little bit,
Yeah,
and then
just
go to
give
the
us a
airport, and
little
then
buzz job.
come back out later.
Well, buzz job. He about had his wheels on top of the water.
Dad, what was on your mind before you did this? Did
Daddy-
you have intentions?
First of all, I was experienced.
Yeah, but Dad, wasn't that a little bit
No,
lower than what
No.
you should have been?
no.
You couldn't have
I
stalled
still
out that
had
plane.
5 foot. I
Oh,
still had
fi-
5 or 6 foot off the water.
Dad,
I
you don't
was-
have much air under your wings.
You realize I don't need air?
You don't?
No, I need
What
air
keeps that airplane in the air?
under the wings, yes.
Thank you.
But it ain't gonna move. The air ain't gonna move. It's gonna stay there.
I ain't even a pilot. I know you need air under the damn
Oh,
wings.
yes, you do.
More than 5 feet.
So I really buzzed them good.
Oh, yes, you did.
And when I leveled out, I was
Now he's got to
doing-
get over the trees.
Yeah, now I said I better not stall this son bitch in them trees.
Ooh, yeah.
So I pull it back quickly. Because I had a lot of airspeed at that point.
Yeah, because he
Oh,
died.
you down? Okay.
And now I'm above the trees.
Well,
Oh,
you can level up.
Now the engine keeps me going.
okay.
And now experience. How many times do you think I flew over the Mediterranean Sea to France?
That's what I want to hear about.
How about when you went across
I
there?
heard,
You and that guy
I heard
wanted
that
to get a
you,
little bit of tail.
I
out
heard
there.
that you wanted to get a little Egyptian tail out
And
there.
you and that guy took that
And you
bomber.
wanted to impress some Egyptian
You
woman.
took that bomber over to Cairo.
Oh, no,
And
And
you
fly-
said to him, feather number 1.
That's,
You
when they
told
wouldn't let
me.
you land there.
Now you
that
told
was a
me.
B-25.
Yeah.
You told me you flew between the pyramids. Now is that a true story, or is
That's
that
a true story.
or is that a fable?
No, that's a true.
You flew.
The pyramids are shaped. One is here,
Yeah.
and one is about here,
Yeah.
and there's one here.
Okay.
Well, I couldn't go straight to it because this is in the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't go straight to there, so I got to lay it over
On its
because
side.
the wings would. If I went like this, the wings would hit it.
Well, hit. Yeah.
So I went this way.
Now, why did you do that?
For a guy by the name of Gloss.
No female was part of it.
Oh shit, no. There's a female in the next story.
Okay.
So
And she's Egyptian, right?
no, she's American.
Oh, I thought she was
No,
Egyptian.
she's
girl.
American. Her mother and the mother's sister had a husband, I don't know which one, in Africa with Shell Oil Company.
Okay.
And they were either digging or
Mm-hmm.
recouping a well.
Excavating some oil well.
And what's his name that I know real well?
Pernicki? No.
Pernicka.
Okay.
Let's use that. He's one of my pilots, my wingman. He said, Ray, what in the hell are we going to do today? Well, I said, we can't go downtown
You were just off furloughed, or
Well, all right, to get there, let me play that little tune. I was chosen to fly the B-25 because I put my missions in, and I had a lot of free time.
oh, okay. You'd already flown all your assigned
Well,
missions
what
and-
happened is these pilots deserved to go on rest leave.
Yeah.
This pilot over here deserved to go on rest leave. This guy over here deserved. So I had about 15 guys that wanted to go to rest leave. Well, and I said, well, to the commanding officer, Leaf was it. I said, where'll I take him? He said, I don't give a shit where you go.
So you wanted to go to Cairo?
I said, well, everybody wants to go to
Oh,
Alexandria
Alexandria.
Now, where's Alexandria? Is it in Egypt?
Africa.
Africa.
And he said, but, he said, you may not get in there. That's an English base.
That's what it
But
was.
they'll refuel you.
Well, they were allies.
Did you hear what I said?
No, I don't understand.
They will not let you come in unless
stay
you
there.
are predetermined from headquarters, which was in Florence. In other words, here comes the B-25, he's all clear. If you people can handle him, let me know before he takes off.
So you can't just leisurely fly in
No.
whenever you want, even if you're allies.
Absolutely
Even
not.
if you're allies.
Even, yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
So,
Wow, it's wartime.
I took off from our home airport
Which is where?
in Grosseto, Italy.
Rosetta, Italy.
And I flew down to a little town called Benghazi.
Oh, that's in the news now. Benghazi.
And also, I flew across the Mediterranean. So I had to have clearance with, and we didn't have no goddamn radar. It was asshole flying.
Yeah. Seat of the pants.
And you know who was Duke Ellington graduated with my brother Freddie. And he
with
was
you?
the co-pilot.
Oh,
Duke Ellington.
yeah.
Yeah. And he said, Ray, he said, I think we better check in. Well, I said, where are we going to check in? Well, he said, land at Sicily. They got a big port there, American. So we landed there, and he goes in. I said, you get the goddamn clearance.
To go into Alexandria.
Yeah. And they said, you ain't going to get in there.
You ain't going there.
He,
You guys wanted to go there.
well, all the guys, they never saw it before, you know. It was closed. So, he said, well, I still want to go to Alexandria. How are we going to get there, Ray? Well, I said, let's just go. So I flies across the Mediterranean, lands on a little shore. Oh, what's the name of that little town? Right on the coast of Africa.
Of Africa.
And I hit that town right on the head. And how I did that, there was 2 ships, navigational ships, that was out in the Mediterranean. And I picked them up on radar.
Oh, you picked them up on your ADF. Your ADF.
What is ADS
Automatic
stand?
Direction Finder.
Okay.
You know, they didn't have the
Is that the
technology.
old-timey
The old-timey.
navigation?
You could home in on a radio station.
And that's
like
it.
WNBY or something.
Oh, okay.
And it would, the needle
Okay.
would take you there.
And that was what you called navigation
Yeah.
back then.
And he said, well, I said, you fly this son of a bitch. You're an older pilot than me. Bullshit. He said, you doing fine.
You didn't want nothing to do with
No.
that.
Well, him graduating with my brother made me feel kind of proud.
Yeah.
So we get across, and sure enough, we hit Benghazi, right, pretty much on the nose. And I called the tower. They answer, everything, line on runway 35 or whatever it was. So I taxied up, follow me, in a Jeep.
Jeep, signed, follow me.
Follow me.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's how we taxied up in the military.
Okay.
So I goes up and shuts the damn thing off. And a guy by the name of Price, not Oscar Price, but I'm not sure what it was, but it was his
Isn't that
last name was
something?
Price.
If you remember those names.
I said, let's land. He said, what do you want off first? I said, the port engine.
The who?
Port engine. That's the left engine.
Port. Okay, so then versus starboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now I said, cut that right-hand engine off. And we landed. Everything was fine. Landed. All the guys got out. 17 guys.
You weren't in a fighter then.
Bomber.
Bomber.
That carried a lot of people.
B-25.
B-25.
But your fighter didn't carry them kind
No.
of people.
Oh, hell. That
I didn't know you knew how to fly a bomber.
Well, it's
I
an
Once
know.
you fly one, you
It's
fly
an
them all?
airplane.
Okay.
You fly one, yeah.
Well, he were assigned to a fighter though.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I was trained in
Several.
several different planes.
Okay.
See, I flew this B-25 before that. I probably have 300
means
hours
bomber.
in one.
Bomber.
And a guy come up in the Jeep, the same one follow me. He hopped out of the Jeep and got a 25-year-old lieutenant. Oh, Captain, he said, how'd you get here? I said, for the seat of my eyes.
See,
What else? There's no goddamn navigational here. Oh, okay. He said, where you heading? I said, I want to get into Alexandria.
and he said no. Eh?
You're not going to make it. I
Why?
said, why? He said,
closed.
it's operated by the English.
And it's closed.
But they
And
were our
it's closed.
allies.
It's still closed. You
It's
gotta have
still-
They were our
permission.
closest
It's
allies.
wartime. You don't fly into a friggin' war
Weren't
base
the-
without permission.
Wasn't England and
I don't-
U.S.
how do they know
the
you're-
people that won the war
Wait a minute.
together?
Hold it.
If you don't have a clearance to fly in, how do they know you don't have a disguised airplane? You might be German. You gotta have a clearance to be there by a tail
Well,
number.
why couldn't he get a clearance? He's got
Because
these
the
people on
base was
furlough.
closed.
We told them we were in America.
Yeah,
They
so
had
that
to.
should have been enough.
No,
No, they.
no. It's
This one is enough when you believe a burglar telling
okay. I'm going to call you up. I'm a burglar. Can I have a clearance to come into your place? I'm an American.
I guess, but I mean, they're our allies.
You gotta go through high
So
command.
if England wanted to come to the U.S., they can't land?
Well, not
because-
without clearance.
No, not without clearance. They couldn't.
No clearance. Now, if you go through the upper echelon office and say,
But these
and
men
they
are
give you orders,
these men are furloughed, aren't they? Don't they have orders?
Hear me.
so they go someplace.
We have an
Well,
airport.
So they go someplace else.
We have an airport.
That was a catch.
We have an airport in Italy. It was at a little town called Seto. It was an American airport. Nobody lands on that because we've got a plane that's flying around us 24 hours a day
It's gunning you down.
and all land on your back.
But just to clarify my
I don't
knowledge,
believe that. I don't
Who was
believe
our
you.
biggest ally in World War One
the
and Two?
English. The
English.
The English. That's
It's
why I
just-
don't get it.
You still gotta have clearance.
Yeah, but are
it's
you
called
truthful?
clearance.
Are you true? Okay, I understand now. So
Are
you
you-
weren't on a legal furloughed flight?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
Because if you were on a legal furloughed flight,
No, they borrowed this airplane for a
just
fun
to
weekend.
go on a
and
weekend.
they took off.
Oh, so the
It wasn't under any kind of orders.
No order. Well, that's
No.
what that young guy wanted. He said, "Where's your order?"
Yeah, you didn't have
I
one.
didn't have any.
the 5-star of the
In other words,
of the arm-
five-star general didn't
did
say,
not know
you 17
you
guys can
could
go to
at-
Alexandria. Here's your orders.
Here's your order. So
They just
had,
decided
they had
we
no
wanna
paper.
go there.
They had no paperwork.
It's like saying, I'm going to go down to the bar.
Okay,
I don't have
gotcha.
permission.
Now I understand because I'm thinking, why couldn't they land in a
Well, anyway,
friendly territory?
this young kid come up to me, Lieutenant, and he said, "Oh,"
You can't get there.
he said, "You can't go to Alexandria. It's English controlled, even though it was American. He said, because we'd have to write orders and they'd be that thick.
Really?
And they didn't want to.
Well, we want to land there, so maybe what you'd better do is write those orders. Well, I waited an hour and a half, 2 hours, and sure enough, here comes this goddamn same kid. And he had a pad and it was that thick. Well,
So he gave you?
this is a funny story. Here is Major Ellington, my co-pilot,
Yeah.
in the B-25.
He's
he
a
said, "Are we
major.
ready?"
He's a captain.
Yeah, he's a captain. What now? How does that work? Why is he high? He's
It-
outranking you.
Because he's been there longer.
No, well, the big thing is, I can be a lieutenant and order a colonel around
Why?
because I'm in command.
Why?
Pilot.
I
command.
was given more authority from the higher ups over the colonel.
Because of your flying status or experience.
Experience, maybe. All right,
Okay.
we won't get involved in that.
Jeannie? Go ahead.
Well, come on.
Turn off the dishwasher.
Pardon me?
Just for a minute.
Turn off the. You can't hear.
Keep talking. No, I'm having trouble hearing you.
Oh, okay. So anyway, this little lieutenant, he come up and he said, "I'm sorry, sir.
Just open it
You
up.
got to have orders to get in there." Well, I said, "How long will it take you to make them?" Good hour. He wanted to get rid of me.
Yeah. He figured you'd
Want me
say
to
a
go
lot
back?
of it. Yeah.
And I said, "No, we're going to go to Alexandria." "Oh shit," he said. "That's going to be a bastard." I said, "Well, can you do it?" He said, "Yeah, I can do it." Well, I said, "I'll wait for you to do it."
Just get up just
And of course, he probably had 4 or 5 girls, typists,
Yeah.
typing these damn orders out. This is him, he's a lieutenant, and here's the B-25, the serial numbers,
Here's
and
the
such
tail
and such.
number.
You need all that.
Oh, hell yes.
So anyway, I get in the airplane, and I said, "Hey, it's your job to get the 17 deadheads in that plane, Duke.
Why do you call them deadheads, Dad?
The 17 guys that were with him.
They're on furlough. They're
They probably
enlisted. They're not officers."
Okay.
And he said, "Well," I said, "that's your problem." I said, "Take care of it." And that's the captain telling a major what to do. And that's how you did that then. And I was strong enough to do this. Anyway.
And you're that mean.
He calls it experience.
And we get to the plane. Price is there. He said, "Are you ready, Captain?" I said, "I'm ready." Start number 1. Number's always the left. So he I started. I said, "Start number 2." He started it. And the windows on a B-25 slid.
Oh, I know where he's going with this. Is good.
What do you mean they slid?
They slid open.
You
To
know,
the side?
no, hear me.
You're up in the pilots,
Yeah, when you're
and
sitting
you
up.
got a side window.
Yeah.
And you slide it open.
Okay. Okay.
The engine is right here next to it.
Okay.
The engine,
prop.
the prop
On the
about that
front of
far
the
away
wing.
from that window.
Whoa.
Yeah,
okay.
on the front of the wing there.
Okay.
And you know, many days, many days, that B-25. I'm here, and I can see that prop going around. See this prop going around?
Really, you're that
If that
close.
son of a bitch and prop come off, they come right
broke
through.
and sliced right through there.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Did that ever happen?
Hell no.
To some people, not you, but did.
But anyway, let him finish his story with the. And he's got these orders now. You know,
Okay.
There are a lot of papers.
Yeah.
And I said, Major, I said, "Do you feel real good?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "What do you want?" I said, "Take these and throw them out your window." Well, that goddamn prop got a hold of it.
And people.
And there was papers going all over the goddamn airport.
Well, why? Now, why did you do that, Dad?
Because he was a
Because
renegade.
I was an American.
Because he was a renegade.
and I was American, and I wanted to go down to Alexandria. And if I had those orders, I would have to read all what's in them orders to come out to the right answers that they wanted.
They ask you questions, security
Oh.
questions.
And I'm not about to read 150 pages of goddamn.
They were in a hurry. They were on furlough.
That's right.
So
They had partying.
Dead party.
we didn't have any. It's about 400 miles from.
Well, that's how long in a plane.
Yeah.
Well, no.
Especially a B-25.
Well, they're on shit. They cruise about 250, 230.
So you're 2 hours
80.
from your.
Yeah.
I didn't have any navigation. But Rommel made a road from
Rommel's
Benghazi
Road,
to Alexander.
What's Rommel? I'm sorry.
Rommel
was
is
a-
is a general for the Luftwaffe,
Yeah,
What's a Luftwaffe?
the German.
Oh.
German pilots.
So he made a road so you could follow it.
Well, that's what I did, yeah.
It's straight.
Well, we all knew as pilots that there was a road from Benghazi to Alexandria. So anyway, that's how we flew and got there. So I
So
said,
now he's coming in.
Now it's an English,
English
land.
base, and he's got to talk to the control tower.
Yeah,
I
and he's
gotta-
got no orders.
No orders.
So when they give orders, they don't give them to him and then email them
no,
to them.
we didn't have email. Where in the hell is your computer?
So
So anyway, here comes the major. I said,
are you landed yet?
no,
No, he's
Okay.
I'm
coming
in the
in.
air.
Okay.
I'm going there.
Okay.
I said, you know, Major, I said, they're going to ask what our orders are.
Yeah.
And I said, guess what? You're going to work that out over the radio. Well, he said, I can do that. He was a hell of a guy. And we go flying along, and I said, hey, you better get the job done. Here's the goddamn mic.
We're getting close.
So I called the tower, and I'd be damned, we picked them up just like that.
Shoot.
So I gave the mic to
Duke.
Duke. I said, talk. And he was, I don't know what the hell he was saying. Well, you can't land here is what I heard the words.
Yeah.
We are a British
Base.
Air Force. We are a British airfield, and we don't accept any American aircraft. I said, well, this.
We have an emergency.
I said to Duke, I said, well, shit, tell
Tell
him
him we got an
We'll
emergency.
feather number one.
What does that mean?
It's
You shut the engine off.
yeah, it's coasting.
Oh, you're down
And now
an
I'm
engine.
flying on one engine.
Like you're down an engine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're not really
He
down.
told them, well, tell them we got an emergency. Then they got to let you in. If
Ah.
you got an emergency, they got to
You
let
got
you
an
in.
emergency. Okay.
So he did that.
So he
Sure enough, he said, you can land on runway 25.
Because you're down.
and he told his co-pilot, feather number one.
Feather means turn it off.
So when you're
right.
taxiing up, it's just
Well,
just
feathering means this, honey.
It's like a chick.
This Price guy was an absolute golden. He was a sergeant, tax sergeant. And he'd bust that airplane loose to get out of there. I mean, if he had to. So anyway, I said to Duke, he said, this is an emergency. We got one engine out.
Oh, okay.
And I said to Price, I said, feather number one. Now, feathering means you can turn that prop
See, it's a
so it's a
variable
knife.
pitch.
Once you have a,
So instead of grabbing the air,
It's just
it's
like a knife.
It's like a knife. It cuts the air.
it's just
So there's no lift.
there's no pull.
Right.
answer the
Telephone.
phone, answer it.
No, just let it go.
No, answer
Well,
it.
answer the damn thing then.
Well, where is it?
I'll get it.
There, but